services. Hey Rockstars, welcome into the channel. It is Monday, June 14th, 2021. I know it's the 14th because I have officially been in my new house 1 month. We closed on May 14th. We brought our bed upstairs. We slept in our bed with a completely empty house on May 14th. And then May 15th, the morning of the 15th, we went and got the moving truck and the storage unit and got everything in here. And now we're 1 month and just about everything moved in and settled. So once we finish in the next week or two, I will do a complete new house tour. You're in my office. Welcome to the office. Not a whole lot more to see. Just my setup and my lights and my green screen, and I got the plaque hung up finally. You know, just kind of rocking the office right now. And for everyone who cares, I moved the plants in here. All right, with that said, let's talk about it. What's sold on eBay and our new eBay journey to $10,000 per month. So anybody who's followed this channel for a long time knows that I have 2 eBay stores. One is private. I keep it. It's a personal one. I keep it to the side. You know, we sell some stuff on there. We keep it active. But that one's private just in case we need to do it for multiple reasons. But our public eBay store, you guys have seen the highs and lows. If you scroll back through my Instagram channel, there have been $15,000 and $20,000 months. There have been, you know, really low months, and we operate at 50-55% profit margins. If you see me do $10,000 a month on eBay, you know that I made $5,000 in clean, clear profit. That's cost of goods, fees, shipping, labels, materials, etc. Everything, $5,000 profit. That's the goal, to get back to that in the next 3 to 4 months. I gave myself a 90 to 120 day goal. So we just reopened the store this month, right? We just reopened it. We are up to a little over 300 listings. And in the last 30 days, we have sold about 400 and change, 500, but we haven't been selling stuff for 30 days. So that wouldn't really be accurate. That's more like a 14-day total. So our goal right now, we're on pace to do about 1,000 for June, but we're ramping up. So I'm gonna assume we do 1,500 to 2. Really, 2 grand is where I need to be for June. 2 grand in sales. Then from July 1st through July 31st, I want to do $5,000. And then from August to August 30th, I want to do $7,500. That's our 90 days. So June, July, and August. By the time we hit September 1st, through the month of September, sometime around the end of September, I want that 30-day total to show $10,000. And I want to bring you guys along with it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you over to my screen. We're going to screen share. I'm going to show you the active items that we've been listing, how we track them in the SKUs for the inventory. I'll take it out of my garage. I'll show you our inventory system. Bear with me, it's still under construction because we don't have the garage organized yet because we just moved in. And then I'll show you my screen with my eBay store, and I'll show you exactly what it looks like and how we do all that sort of stuff. So come along with me. I'm gonna take you downstairs, show you the garage, and then I'll take you here and show you all my stuff, and I'll show you kind of the process and how we do it and how we're able to build so fast. Just full disclosure, there is 2 of us. Me and my fiance, Kate, do the listing. So yes, if it's just you, may not be as fast. Also, of course, I have a ton of inventory that we had in the storage unit that we're able to list, so I don't have to go out sourcing. But I don't go out sourcing anyways because everything I buy is pretty much bulk purchases. Come along, I'll show you what I mean. All right, so this part of the video, everybody always asks, how do we store our inventory? How do we know how to pull stuff? How do we know how to ship? So I'm gonna take you around the garage. It's not set up. Literally, it is a complete nightmare. This is all of our empty boxes from stuff we've had shipped in. And there is all of our inventory. Here, let me walk this way. That's part of our inventory. That's part of our inventory. That's part of our inventory. And there's more. That's part of our inventory. We literally have inventory everywhere. And this doesn't even count what's in the warehouse. We have a ton in the warehouse. Let me show you guys around here. So, this is basically inventory I haven't got to yet. Working on it. Inventory I haven't got to yet. This is inventory. Okay, so actually, let's start here. This is inventory that will be listed. Once they're in the black bins and they're labeled, this is generally clothing. So if we get up a little closer, you can see A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and then a random like U. So we got to work on that bin and that bin. But anyways, as we fill the bins and we list items, that's where they go. They'll be like A1, A2, A3, A4. So as soon as something is bin A, we know to go right to bin A. And then number 1. Pretty much that easy, right? We haven't even worked on these yet. Haven't worked on those yet. And then we have a second set of bins. This second set of bins is our remotes, because we sell a lot of remote controls. Again, same system, B, and then it's labeled B, B25. So we know exactly, go to bin B, find number 25. You should be able to find any piece of my inventory if you don't know what you're doing in 30 seconds or less, period. Now all of this inventory from here, not there, from here over is not listed. Those are all boxes of inventory, bins, things that need to be listed. Those neckties are listed, right? Again, A1, A2, A3, A4, right? So we have all that inventory not listed, all that inventory not listed, all that, okay? And then we walk over here. That's a lot of Kate's photography props. But anyways, so more inventory there that we have to go through. And then as we come into, let me just turn the light out here. As we come into here, you guys just saw me do the bulk purchase. All that inventory is not listed. And then I'll take you guys up here. We'll see some more. And when I get upstairs, I brought some to my office to list as well. Getting a workout from the steps, no doubt about that. So more inventory to list there. That's what we're currently working on. You know, a couple days we'll be done with that. But I think the total not listed is about, we have 300 active right now. The total not listed in this house is about 25 to 3,000. The warehouse is probably another 2 or 3,000. I think my dad in his garage, when we moved, I put a few boxes too, so there might be another couple hundred there. So we have over 5,000, 6,000 pieces, but that is how it ultimately will be organized. Once we get it all listed, it'll just be those shelves, nothing will be on the ground, everything will be labeled, listed, ready to go. Anything that we get that's fancy, Harley jacket that I have that's like 250 bucks, let's try to think of something that would be worth it. It would get hung up in here in my office, and then we would know like high dollar, come get it. So that is how the inventory system works. So let me take you back to the computer and show you the listing process and all of that. Okay, so welcome into my screen, guys. Like I told you, we just went over 300 listings today. We put up, I think, around 30 today. So we were at like 299 or 298 at the end of the day yesterday, so, or after the weekend. So anyways, you can scroll down. You can see that our estimated eBay sales value is $6,512. And if you divide that by the 329 listings that we have, our average listing is up for around 20 bucks. That's about right. That's normal. So we have 5 that are not promoted. I don't know why, but we will go ahead and promote those 5. We have 324 promoted. I sent offers to 10 people. 2 have best offers out right now. I have 14 with multiple quantity. Best offer on 327 of them. I don't know why 2 of them don't have best offer, but I'll take care of that. So anyways, you can scroll down and see all of our items, you know, pretty much all white backgrounds. We do have some that have some older backgrounds. Probably should update those photos, but for the most part, you'll see all of ours have the white backgrounds. I do practice what I preach. So anyways, that's our active listings. Let's go over to drafts. And so we have some drafts up. So we have 2 that are drafted that I'll finish. And then we have those 3. So we have 5 drafts that we have finished. And then we have 5 that we basically just leave in drafts because we do them commonly. Women's jeans, jerseys, women's shorts, neckties, and remotes. We can just click that, open it, and it pretty much has us in our template ready to go. So we'll have 5 more up tonight. I'll finish those. I have 6,031 feedback. You can see in 12 months, 205, in 6 months, 25. And in the last month, we've gained 10 feedback. So you can see how that's worked. But we have 0 negatives and just 1 neutral, which was complete BS. But anyways, so yeah, that's our feedback. We'll close that one. So then we have, we don't need drafts either. So then we have unsold listings, which is when we ended our store before we left for Orlando, sold our house, moved into a resort. We have 762 right now that I'll have to go back through and see if any of these are worthy of listing and then make sure they're in, you know, a good inventory bin so we know where to find them. We'll rearrange and condense inventory, get all this stuff into a mini, you know, as few bins as possible and make sure that it's worthy of listing. If not, we can end it, sell it in, you know, lots or big bulk boxes or whatever. But anyways, yeah, so there's 762 more listings that we have sitting there. That should be out in the garage, not 100% sure, but we'll check it. We'll go through. Basically what we'll do is we'll list our normal listings that we want to get up for the day, and then we'll go through this and pull like, you know, 1 bin, and then we can sort it by the custom label. If you click on custom label, you can actually sort it by that. And if you see, just give me a second here, it'll sort it. Yep, and then you can see our bins, like bin U. So I could go out in the garage and pull bin U right now and go through all of these and check them and see what's good, what's bad, what's otherwise, and then, you know, condense them into as many bins or as few bins as possible. So that's what we'll end up doing with those. Now we have a performance tab. If you've never seen this tab, it's up here. It's right under this thing. You can click on performance and it's going to show you. Our listing impressions are up to 961,000 with just 300 and some odd listings, right? Pretty good. That means almost 1 million times our 300 listings have showed up when somebody searched. Our click-through rate is 0.1%. And you can click the number of times a buyer saw the impression and then clicked on it. So 0.1% out of 961,000. So if we take 961,320 times 0.1%, that means 96,000 times people actually clicked, right? And then the listing page views is the number of visits to all your item listing pages, right? So this click-through rate is to get to the listing page, and this is to get to the actual item. So 1,000 times people have actually opened our item up and viewed it. Up 90%, clearly. And then our sales conversion rate is how many times these people actually purchase. So 1.8. Now, people always ask me, what's a good rate? What's a good number? So there's not really a good number of impressions because that is what it is. A click-through rate being 0.1 to 0.2% is about normal. I have seen thousands of stores, and generally I don't see anything higher than a 0.1, 0.2%, 0.11, 0.15. Really that's about normal. Now, listing page views per impressions, again, that number is kind of what it is. You can't really control that, but the better your titles, the better your prices, the more actual times people open the item and inquire about it deeper. Sales conversion rate. This one is important, and here's the reason why. This means people found your listing in a search, they clicked on it on the search page, and then they actually opened the item, and then they bought it. And so 1.8% of the time that people went through all the steps to find my item in a search, to get an impression, to actually go to the listing page, and then to open it, almost 2% of the time they'll buy from it. That's a fair conversion rate. Honestly, when I see other people's stores, I see 1.4s, 1.5s. From good sellers, I see 2s, 2.2s, 2.3s. So for us just getting started, I'll take a 1.8. I know I'm going to get it up to a 2.4, 2.5. If you're up around 3%, you're doing fantastic. Now, this is clothing, shoes, ties, etc. If you're selling electronics, video games, cell phones, you should be much, much higher. You should be in 4, 5, 6%. You should have much higher percentages. This is clothing and ties and different random, remotes and whatnot. So then we scroll down, we can see my sales for each day. You can see we opened the store on May 16th. Of course, we moved in here May 14th. I made a few items active, but we didn't do any sales, mostly through May until right around June the 3rd. And that's pretty much where we were. So now we've been selling consistently pretty much every day up until then. So we had 2 days in a row, the 13th and the 14th, we've done 64 and 66. So $65 a day. So that's why I'm confident we can do $2,000 to $2,500 because $65 a day is, almost $2,000 a month. So 66 is where you have to be. I know we'll get there. So today, $64. The last 7 days, $233. In the last 31 days, $400. The last 90 days, $559. This year, we've done $589. So that's pretty much where we are. You can see the breakdown. We'll get this up to $2,000-3,000. I know it's not impressive right now. The last 12 months, we've done $7,000, and that's just because I had sales before we shut down the store. A couple thousand, back in those months. So, and we can actually close this out and go over here to the actual performance sales page, which shows the report for the last 30 days of, almost $400. We sold 19 items. So if we can figure out your average sale price. So it's probably $17 for us if I had to guess. $392.73 divided by 19 is actually a $20.67. We're over 20, so I'll take that. Selling cost, which is $187.90, 47% of my cost went to fees, labels, etc. This is everything, right? This is the eBay fees, promoted, labels, etc., which is tough because I'm at a 10% cost of goods. I sold, ties for $18 that I paid $1 for. So 10% would be $1.80. So I actually paid like 6% for those. But anyways, let's just figure that eventually I'm going to come out to about an 8 to 10% cost of goods. So if we add that in, I'm about 55 to 58%. So little higher on the selling cost than I would like to be. I'd like this to be around 42 to 44%, but I'll get this down and I'll get cost of goods, evened out so that I can net that 50%. So right now, 52.2% is what I pocketed of my sales total, and then less my cost of goods, 10% leaves me 42, call it 43% right now. So that's where we're at. And then you can see the taxes that eBay collected and paid on your behalf. You can see the days. You can see all of the different breakdowns. My shipping labels are high, and I know that. I have to get that down. And then you can see all of the listing insights. So you can see exactly what stuff cost and what you sold it for and what you were actually paid out in a net sale. So that's pretty good, right? So that's our listing. That's how we do it. And that is eBay 101, and I'll keep checking back with you guys. Hopefully this time next week or by the end of the month, I can show you guys this, and the total sales for 30 days will be somewhere around $2,000 plus. They're at 400 now. I expect over the next week we will sell another $500, $600, $700, which would put us close to like $1,100, $1,200, and then the following week, if I can do an $800 or $900 week, we should be right up around that $2,000 mark. So anything over $2,000, I'm going to be happy with. If we hit 24, 25, I'd be ecstatic. That would be our first month, our first full month of selling. So there we go. That's eBay, and hopefully you guys enjoy the video. Hopefully you guys learn from it, and I'll be updating you every single day and week as we go with my normal videos, and of course these what sold videos and sales update videos and etc. So if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, put it down in the comment section below. If you need any help, training, store reviews, they're linked in the description box. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to it so you don't miss any future videos and updates from this journey to 10,000 a month. We got 4 months to make it happen. So come along and let's see if we can do it. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate everything, all the support, and I will see you next time.